During my first year of practice, I was sent to the court in Oyo State by my principal. On getting to the court, I was told to just pick a further date for an adjournment. I have practiced, I rehearsed every word I want to speak in court. And this is because that was my first appearance alone as a young lawyer. So my matter was being called because the other lawyer is a senior lawyer. So my matter was called, I think, the second matter for that day. And the bar was filled. Like, there were a lot of lawyers and litigants in the courtroom. My matter was called, I announced my appearance, and the way I crammed everything, I realized everything in my head. I was just telling the court everything, like, oh, I am here to pick a further date, I'm here to do this. And the court could not write further because I was very fast, I naturally speak very fast, and because I cramped everything again, I was just like, okay, everything that is in my head, let me just pour it out. And the judge just dropped her pen and she was just looking at me. I still did not get what it meant. Then somebody tapped me like, take it slowly, take it slowly, take it slowly. So after everything, my lord was like, she said a lot of things that day, and my emotions were just everywhere because I was sad. She was like, principals need to do better. They need to teach young lawyers how to approach the court or how to address the court. That I came to the courtroom and I just started saying a lot of things. I couldn't even allow her to even pen what I was saying there, and that was why she had to drop her pen. It's been a long period of time. I can't really remember her words, but basically she was not happy that I was just saying everything. I was very fast, and I was not getting the hint that I need to take it slowly. So that day she corrected me. Even though she corrected me in a sort of strict way, matter was adjourned and I left the courtroom. So the point is, I was very, very angry on that particular day. I was so mad at myself. And I was thinking about it, like, thinking back now, I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. I did not know that I meant to take things slowly, because that was my first appearance alone. And that is why I'm doing this series from law school to legal practice, to help you as a young lawyer. Some of the things that I did not know during my time. So basically, that just made me I was very sad on that particular day. And that is why I'm recording this video, for you to understand resilience as a very good strength every young lawyer needs to have. There will be days just like what happened to me on that particular day in the courtroom, where the court was not pleased about my manner, like the way I approached, or the way I could not slow down while speaking. There are other days that a client might be the one, or your principal might be the one that would not feel so good about what you're doing, and probably they might utter a word, and that's what might not sit well with you, and before you know it, your emotion will just be everywhere. So there are days like that. That is how I've come about this particular topic, and I'll be sharing about 3 to 4 tips on how you can help yourself as a young lawyer. My first point is, understand that mistakes, they are part of growth. Look at what happened to me on that particular day. I picked a lesson, and for that day I can say, even though I wasn't happy, but there is something I can say, okay, this is me knowing better. So that is growth. So understand that mistakes, there were days too, I could remember too, when I just relocated to Abuja, and the first law firm I worked with, I was given a process to draft, like to reply to a process, and that was my first time of drafting the process, and I just did everything like it was as if I was copying what was in the process and just typing it back on the laptop. Like nobody was there to really teach me, like, okay, this is how you reply to it. I did that job, I gave it to my principal. He was like, he dismissed it, like, this is like, I can't remember the word he used, but I was not happy that day. And I understand, because I didn't do it well, so I'm not expecting him to say, oh, you did well. I wasn't expecting that. So what happened that day was that he had to reassign that assignment to a senior in the office, and because of that, we had to stay back in the office till around 9 p.m. So I felt bad, like, oh, what, like, my action made us to stay back. And definitely once it's 5 o'clock, everybody will be like eager to go home. So, but because we could not finish a task that was given to me, and I think in the morning, but because I didn't do it well, it was reassigned to someone else, and as a result of that, we all had to stay in the office for a longer period of time. Definitely people will not be happy with me, like, oh, she caused it, she's the reason why we are staying in the office and things like that. So I was very sad. When I was going home, I had to just call a friend. I really, really feel terrible. Like, probably, the thing will just come to you like, oh, you don't know better, or you don't know so much, something like that. So like I said earlier, mistakes are part of growth. So the guy was there, he was doing the drafts, we all were there with him, and from that I picked the lesson, and that mistakes are part of growth. Number 2, rejections will come. This will happen here and there. For example, a client may just call you to give you a brief, and probably at the point of perfecting your brief, the client might say, oh, your fee is too much. and probably you try to convince the client like, oh no, my fee is the best fee and things like that, and the client still feels no. It's even possible for you to not even reduce the fee, like let's say slash it like 50%, and the client will still be like, no, I'm not giving you this brief anymore. So rejection like that will come. It is even possible for you to apply to law firms and they'll be like, no, we don't need your service, or probably they need somebody that have about 2-3 years of experience, or probably they will say, no, we don't need a female lawyer, we need a male lawyer. Or probably some might even say because of your tribe, even though I've not heard of anything like that before. But just understand that rejection will also come. It is also part of growth. Another point is you need to understand that burnout is also a thing for young lawyers. I have a video already on how to handle burnout for young lawyers, and I'll be probably after this video I would upload that. So you also need to understand that as a young lawyer, case files, a lot of case file, particularly research, or for you to go to court and pick adjourn a further dates, all of that, they might assign many of that to you, and probably you feel stressed. Understand that burnout is part of legal profession. Even when you attain that height of being a senior lawyer, it is a normal thing, because you know, like I said in one of my videos, you are like carrying can I use the word, the fate or the destiny of a particular client during that period. For example, a criminal matter, somebody is in detention and you are the lawyer representing that client. You know, you may need to put a lot more into that case, particularly a criminal matter. There are days that you have to just explain to your family and bring the case file back home. Probably there are days that you need to stay back in the office for a longer period of time, or because you feel you need to give it your very best, particularly because it's a criminal matter. And as a result of that, you may experience some sort of burnout. So understand that burnout is also part of this noble profession. I mean, once in a while, and you also need to know how to handle it, and that is what you'll be seeing in my next video. To crown it all, patience. You need that. You need to take baby steps. You need to take it one step at a time. Like I said, everything that comes your way, see it as you learning, see it as growth. Okay, and that is all I have for you in this video. Please do well to share this video, try and subscribe. My name is Mary and I'm a practicing lawyer in Nigeria. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.